Mr. Freeman Art. This week we're going to be looking at stippling. Add your name onto the worksheet in the bottom right hand corner, and then using the fine line pen start to add stipples. These are just little dots. Try to keep the pen upright and just make a single dot on the page. What we don't want is little lines. When you've done the practice pieces, start to try and do the sphere, starting at the base where it's darkest. So keep working until it's almost solid black, but we want some tiny white dots just to show that it's stippled. Then we'll change pens to the fine line pen and do the fine dots at the top. Make sure you blend the two sizes of pen in together so it becomes almost indistinguishable where one starts, one pen finishes. You can rework over areas to try and make them darker and keep adding more points in just to try and get that blended dark to light so it looks like a sphere. Keep your hand moving. You can talk, but just make sure your hand is constantly stippling, otherwise you won't get this worksheet finished in the time available. Once you've done the sphere, we're moving on to do the cone. You can choose to do it with two coloured pens. So choose two colours that will work well together. Here I'm using red and orange and maybe a bit of yellow as well. So I've used three colours. So we're using the dark red at the edge to show the darkest part, and then yellow where the light would catch it, and then orange to blend the two together. I'm now moving on to the cylinder, and I moved to a light blue. So putting the light blue in first, and then getting a dark blue to get the darkest areas. Again, lots and lots of stippling. Keep your hand moving, keep adding the dots. There is no quick way of doing this, it just takes a lot of effort and a lot of time, but the end result can be quite stunning. Use all the time available to make the picture look as good as possible. You can change colour each time you move from one shape to the other. So now we're on to the cube. I've changed to a mixture of browns. Again, put the darkest edge, choose the darkest colour and do the darkest edge first, and then the lighter edges, changing to the lighter pens. Keep your hand moving, keep adding the dots. It's got to look quite irregular, but you want to choose where the darkest parts are going to be and try and blend them in. So on the darkest edge you can see it's darkest around the edge and slightly lighter in the middle. So just keep going, keep adding those stipples. Use a variety of colours to make the worksheet look as interesting as possible. It should take 2 weeks or 2 lessons to complete this task. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more top quality videos from Mr. Freeman Art.